is enough said.
What up, Heat Nation? Ernest here, back with another Miami Heat Talk video, giving you guys the second video of the day. So today, the Miami Heat had their first game against the Orlando Magic and blew it. The Heat lose to the Magic 125-121. We'll say this, the Miami Heat gave a valiant effort. This was a strong game by the Heat. They had a 12-point lead in the first quarter. They even edged it out with a 7-point lead in the fourth quarter. And Wendell Carter, out of all players, grabs 4 offensive rebounds that decisively changes the game and basically puts Bam Adebayo to shame. Bam, speaking of Bam, solid game. Bam has a 15-point, 12-rebound game. So I'm not knocking Bam. I mean, he did go 4 for 13 for the field, but made most of his free throws. But, I mean, Wendell Carter was just bullying Bam Adebayo in the fourth quarter down in the paint. And that's just embarrassing, man. You're a max player. You're supposed to be one of our lead guys. And I'm not saying Bam had a terrible game. 15 points, 12 rebounds. That's basically number 3 numbers. Not getting paid like a number 3. But still, solid enough performance. But to just let Wendell Carter kill you in the paint, especially in the fourth quarter, especially that last rebound, where the Heat are only down by 2 points and Desmond Bane shoots the 3-point shot. He's wide open and misses. And instead of Bam Adebayo grabbing the rebound, it is Wendell Carter. I'm just so frustrated with that play because it could have given the Heat the chance to win, but because of a boneheaded play, the Heat lose. Player of the game, you guys, got to give credit to Norman Powell. Stormin' Norman, man, dominates his first game with the Miami Heat. 36 minutes, he goes 9 for 19 from the field, 4 for 8 from the three-point line, 28 points, 9 rebounds, 4 assists. You also get great games from Davion Mitchell and Andrew Wiggins. Andrew Wiggins gives you 18 points, a huge 3-point shot in the fourth quarter to tie the game at 115, thinking that he was going to take it home. You get 16 points and 12 assists from Davion Mitchell, looking like a floor general point guard. You also get great contributions from guys like Simone Fontecchio and Jaime Jaquez. Simone Fontecchio gives you 13 points off the bench, 13 points from Jaime Jaquez. Jaime Jaquez was also playing some great basketball in the fourth quarter, defending Paulo Blanchero. I'm definitely seeing a step up in Jaime Jaquez's game, especially in the first game. He was scoring at will. He was getting his shots. He wasn't shooting 3-point shots, but he was really, playing hard, playing strong, playing really solid defensively. Dude has really gotten better defensively with 2 steals. This was an interesting lineup for the Miami Heat. They didn't start Kel'el Ware. I don't know if it's because of the ankle injury. Kel'el Ware only gets 14 minutes off the bench, but Spo goes really strong with 5 players. The starting lineup is Andrew Wiggins, Nikola Jovic, and Bam Adebayo in the front court with Norman Powell and Davion Mitchell in the backcourt. I like that lineup because if you don't have Tyler Hero, Davion Mitchell with 12 assists did show you that he could be a really good point guard, especially a floor general type of point guard. But Jovic is the guy that can run the floor with the ball in his hand in the offense. And with Bam and Jovic out there together, you have 2 guys that not only can rebound, but can facilitate. But I also said if you're going with that starting lineup, it's got to be matchup driven. When you're playing a starting lineup with Wendell Carter and Paulo Blanchero, it might have been smarter going with Kel'el Ware and Bam Adebayo. Now, Ware was hurt, so I'm not going to knock the starting lineup. But 5 players, got over 30 minutes. Andrew Wiggins, Bam Adebayo, Norman Powell, Davion Mitchell, and Jaime Jaquez. Kel'el Ware gets 14 minutes. Nikola Jovic gets 23 minutes. Drew Smith, he's a rotational piece off the bench. He gets 13 minutes. But, like I said, solid performances all around. I'm not hitting the panic button, obviously. The Miami Heat show a lot of fight in this game against an Orlando Magic team who is supposed to be one of the top 4 teams in the Eastern Conference. But this crap that we saw tonight, where you get a lead, hold a lead in the fourth quarter, and then blow it at the end of the games, this was exactly what we saw last season. And if we learn anything from last season, that team couldn't compete. So I'm really curious in seeing what goes on in Friday against the Memphis Grizzlies. We're 0-1 now. If we're 0-2, will people start pushing the panic button? Who knows? You know how it is over here in Miami Heat. You know, when it comes to certain situations. If we're losing 2 to 3 in a row, people will freak out. But it does cause concern because at the end of the day, it doesn't matter how good you do in a game. A loss is a loss and a win is a win in the column. So that's what people see. So, I mean, like I said, I think tonight showed a lot of promise. I think certain players showed a lot of promise. I think it's going to be exciting when Tyler Hero gets back. This is a young, fun, youth movement development roster. You didn't see Terry Rozier play. Dude's making so much money on the bench. But you saw a 9-man rotation. You saw Wiggins, Jovic, Bam, Powell, Davion Mitchell, Simone Fontecchio, Jaime Jaquez, Khalil Ware, and Drew Smith. You know, it's not really a contending team, but it's a team that can be fun. And you throw Tyler Hero back in the mix, it's going to get interesting as well. Bilal Larson only gets 4 minutes. I think he should have gotten more time. Maybe he should have been playing, I don't know. I mean, Drew Smith did solid defensively. Like I said, this is going to be a very, a rotational roster. We're going to see what works. It's matchup driven. So I'm really excited seeing what happens moving forward. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. How bummed out are you with this loss? Do you think this is a sign for the season, or do you only think this is a blip on the radar? Let me guys know what you think in the comments. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. We're pushing to 7,000 subscribers. Thank y'all so much for the support. And until next time, Boy, Standout, and that is enough said.